Hi everybody, it's Emily. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a great week. So this week, as I saw from the title, Q&A Part 1. Yeah! So we're doing a Part 1 because I got so many questions and it gives you guys an opportunity to ask even more actually. So for this first part, I'm going to do 6 questions. Why 6? Because that's what fits on my screen here. So just an update for you guys. Next week, as most of you know, I am going to Disney World again. Yay! So there will be no video at noon next Thursday. I will be doing a live video from Disney at 6 p.m., give or take a few minutes. I won't tell you guys what park I'm going to be in. Make it a surprise, you know, just seeing where I'll probably be and stuff like that. But at around 6 p.m., I will be going live. You guys can ask questions there too, and like, you know, we'll have a good time. And yeah, I'm really excited. So with that, let's get started on the Q&A. So the first question comes from Isabel, and it's, when did you know you were transgender? I've actually answered this a couple times. So for me, when I first knew I was transgender was probably about, you know, I knew something was wrong at like 5 or 6. Probably around college, I kind of like had a name for it, and like towards the end of high school. Before that, I just thought I liked, you know, dressing in girls' clothes or whatever, or like, I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was, you know, I couldn't explain it. So it was really hard to decipher, and until college, you know, I didn't really have an outlet for it or, you know, what I was doing. After that, I kind of explored it more in college, and then after college, I kind of like went dormant for a little bit, trying to find jobs and everything, and just didn't want to think about it, that I could just shuffle it away, you know, like everybody does. And then, you know, after living here with my roommate who was FTM, we kind of just, you know, we knew each other and we talked about it with each other, and it helped, and, you know, we just pushed that forward with the help of friends and family. So it was really great, and you know, I've had a very positive transition, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Isabel. So the next question comes from Zoe. So my question is, do you ever feel a bit of an outcast from the community because you can't relate to the normal trans narrative? Very much so, yes. However, I have different ways I express that. So for me, basically, because sometimes you feel like you have a very positive experience, or the way your transition went, it makes you feel like a bit of an outcast from others. For me, that is true. The same thing happens to me in like sharing with groups and stuff like that. You know, you'll have a lot of people talking and going over their stories, and you know, most in the trans like narrative is like, you know, there was some, you know, loss, there was some gain because of who you are, which is the most important thing in my mind. And also like, you know, just, you know, job loss, stuff like that. And usually I remember the first couple groups I went to, for me, like, you know, it'd be like, oh, you know, I had a really tough week, I lost my job, like I came out to my family, and my mom doesn't want to talk to me, or my dad doesn't want to talk to me, and they're like, okay, your turn. I'll be like, yeah, things are going great. My mom and dad are awesome, and I got a promotion at work, and yeah, awesome. And like, you know, you have a heart. At first it was, you know, very hard to be that positive, like that one happy, positive person in that situation. And sometimes it felt like that certain days. Like, you know, and you feel kind of like the outcast there, because you're like, wow, like I'm having a hard time relating to other people's experiences because I've had such a positive experience, which should never be looked at as a bad thing. It should always be looked at as a positive thing, a great thing, that you've had such a positive transition. Like, that's like amazing. And like, for most people, you know, that doesn't happen. But honestly, the way I look at it is I take that outcast role of, you know, being that one, or, you know, one of other positive people who are maybe if other people haven't had that, and try to be a inspiration and a positive influence in that room, and bring some positivity to others. And, you know, that's, you know, what I try to do with this channel as well. It's what I try to do with a lot of pretty much everything in my life. I try to be that positive, you know, you guys know I'm a super positive person. You know, and I just, like, I feel like you have to take that and you have to own it. I've had very positive things happen to me, so I'm a very positive person, and I try to help others with that, and I try to, use it for good, and that's what I try to want to do. And I try to help others because of how much help I've gotten. So thank you, Zoe. The next question comes from Alexandria. Have you ever visited Austria or Europe before? If yes, how did you enjoy it? I actually have. When I was in college, I went to Vienna. We went to Milan. We took a plane to Milan when I was my senior year of college, and then we spent 2 days in Milan, saw the, painting of the Last Supper, stuff like that, went out to eat, and then we took a train to Vienna, and I spent 2 weeks in Vienna. If you guys don't know this, Vienna is like the cleanest city I've ever seen. I loved Vienna. It was gorgeous. We used to all actually go drinking at this Irish bar called Four Bells in Vienna. And it was funny because, we're in Vienna. We're all going to an Irish bar. And it's Irish. What? You're in Vienna. But it was amazing. I loved Vienna. I loved going to the opera house. I loved going around the downtown district buying chocolate and going to the church. And oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So my next question comes from Danielle. What has been the most positive surprise during your journey? The most positive surprise during my journey has been probably the acceptance of all my friends and family, obviously. Actually, part of it has been my my success at work. I've become a much harder worker. I've been, I'm better at work. I feel like more confident in what I do. I feel like I can just step up to the role. I can talk out. I can, I'm in meetings, I'm talking, I'm, hitting that in my group of friends. I've become more of a leader than a follower. I used to completely be a follower, didn't say a word. Now I'm the one kind of making plans, heading forth. I feel like that's a huge difference for me, and it's definitely something I didn't think about happening. So that's been really helpful, and I really love it. And it made me such a more confident person and overall better person in my mind than I was before. So it's just so many different things. Yeah. Thank you, Danielle. And since we're already hitting past the 7-minute mark, I think I'm going to end there. I know I said 6, but we'll stop at 4 for now. And I will ask all the rest of them in part 2. So don't worry if your question wasn't asked, like I said, or answered. I will answer them in part 2. And don't forget, next week, we will be going live from Disney at 6 p.m. on Thursday, March 1st. And I hope to see you all there. And you guys can chat me. We can talk. Okay? All right. So don't forget to subscribe. And check out any videos you guys haven't seen. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. Love you.